Right then, let's talk next steps. It's going to be a little while before we can add a 8th and final member to the team. So I think we just need to sort of go out and beat a couple bosses. I think that's probably the best bet for progression right now. Last I checked in the lounge, there was no real quests worth doing particularly, so I think we just sort of play it by ear here, to be honest. I do think wind and water are both far easier generally than ground and fire. But to be fair, we've cleared to the end of ground. We know the path to the boss. So let's just fucking go for it. I think we are sort of more than capable of dealing with these areas at this point. Because, I mean, we got, ambushed by 2 trainers in a row after having already cleared through an entire zone, I should add. We did the entire of the 2nd wind zone and then into the 3rd wind zone. And, still managed to fight off 2 trainers without any major issues particularly. So I think we're sort of pretty set up to sort of maybe not fly through these zones necessarily, but have a relatively easy time of them. So it'd be really cool if we could maybe box 2 off today. I think that would be a pretty cool goal if we could just get the earth done and then, I don't know, at least make serious progress towards wind or water. We're going to leave fire till last. Fire, I will argue every time, is the most difficult side. Because at the end of the day, things that hit hard are just more threatening, unfortunately. You can talk about strategy all you like, but honestly, the best strategy quite often is just do the biggest numbers, you know? But while we're here and while we're at it, we're going to try and gain a little bit of experience. I'm actually going to do this. I was kind of hoping they'd outspeed us so we could just immediately heal off whatever they did, because these heals are completely unnecessary. I don't know why it came out as these heals. I was doing some slightly racist accent of some sort. That wasn't intentional. Wahoo! It's a bit of a long haul, fighting all the way through the earthwork, Earth 3. But it's always going to be a long haul at this point. We're at the big zones at this point. The training wheels are mostly off. I'm happy to use consumables and stuff if we need to in order to get shit done today though. That's what they're there for after all. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. Mantle is the ability that deals damage based on a percentage of your health, right? They both use Mantle. How the hell did they destroy a wall? Is it like percentage of max health it does? Because if so, then that's an incredibly good ability and I've been underrating it. If it's just like a guaranteed 2-shot. I guess we win here. I guess that's done. Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned in a previous episode or not, but I uploaded one of my discography ranking videos I like to do. Oh, they're talking, hang on.
Oh, hi. Fancy meeting you in such a place. Okay then, let's go at it and have a battle.
Excuse me?
Battle in an ogre vine. How natural. Okay, here it goes.
Wasn't expecting this, honestly. Wasn't expecting this at all.
Come on, here goes.
I think we can take her.
All right, what shall I do?
Anyway, yeah, I uploaded one of those discography ranking videos I like to do from time to time, and it got copyright struck, as they quite often do. Usually what I do is I file a claim against it because it's transformative and it's for review purposes, and frankly no one is going to opt to listen to the song through my video with me talking over the top of it, over listening to the actual song itself, if that's what they're there for, you know what I mean? So it's completely fraudulent. Like, I know I will win the claim. That's not an issue. But they're just like not responding to it, which is the ultimate dick move. You know, what they'll do is they'll just ignore it, and then it will expire after a month, and my video will go live, and that's fine. But like, fucking why? You know, like they know they're in the wrong. But they have this option to just sit and milk it. And as I say, I've said this before about YouTube, like for me it doesn't matter. I do this as a hobby. This is just my little way of venting my thoughts to the world. Just something to do in my spare time. It encourages me to play through games to completion. It encourages me to listen to albums in the case of that new series. It's just a sort of way to really sort of get back into hobbies that have stagnated a little bit, and in some cases, as I say, just sort of almost like a Dear Diary sort of thing, you know? Just talk about my day, you know? Bit sad, I know, but that's what it is for me. I have no intention of ever making money off it, you know, even if I could. It's just a thing I do. Some people put an awful lot of effort into their videos, and they rely on it as a source of income. And if companies are able to just be like, no, you don't get that income for another 30 days, that can fuck someone up, man. I'm not talking the massive YouTubers, obviously. You know, if PewDiePie's video gets delayed by a month, it doesn't fucking matter, he's a millionaire anyway. But the people who, you know, either have a lot of subscribers but only release like 1 or 2 really high quality videos a year, or the people who have less subscribers but still put a lot of effort into their videos and, you know, are just sort of scraping by making a living on the YouTube thing, they're gonna get royally fucked by YouTube's copyright if they get hit by it. Which is why I understand why people just roll over and accept claims like that, you know? I get why people would just be like, fine, whatever, I'll take the thing I wanted to use in the video out of the video because it's not worth it to fight it. Even if they're objectively going to win. It's stupid, it really is stupid. Just my, you know, 6th monthly rant about YouTube I like to have on this channel. It's not the best. I mean, it is the best, that's the problem. That's the issue, right? There is no viable alternative to YouTube. Even Twitch has viable alternatives. Obviously, that's in the streaming space. YouTube is trying to enter the streaming space as well, so that's a viable alternative. There are a bunch of other streaming services popping up all the time, and obviously Twitch is the one where you're most likely to see success. It's the most popular platform for that sort of thing, but there are alternatives if you want to try and head down that direction. There is no alternative to YouTube. People tried and they failed and they collapsed and they lost millions attempting it. So unless you want to, like,
I lost.
I guess, sorry, they're talking again.
The best? Isn't your leader Kokona the best? Kokona? No way. She's totally lame.
Why did you make her the leader?
Well, if I have to say, it's 'cause she's the oldest. No matter how well she raises divine beasts, that fighting style will get her nowhere. A good swordsmith never blames the user if a sword doesn't cut. That's what my dad used to say. That's a challenge to the genius beast hunter Choco.
What was that? Was he saying a bad swordsmith blames his tools? But, like, not actually. He was saying, like, a good swordsmith blames his tool. He was sort of saying that it's all down to the tool, right? Rather than the user. Am I crazy? Was I misinterpreting what he was saying?
Hey, why don't you be the leader?
You think so too? You're right. But there's one problem. Huh? What's that? What? What? My look. This is not the look of a leader.
Oh.
Indeed.
Oh.
Agreeing so quickly will make your friendship go down.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I don't care about my look.
I think we'll just let that one lie. We'll let that one lie and go back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? We were talking about YouTube, but I've lost my train of thought specifically. I was saying something that was, I swear it was relevant. I swear it was very insightful and very important. Yeah, about how YouTube has no competitors. Yeah, it's the only platform where you can do this, right? And, you know, I'm grateful that I can do this. It's good. I approve of it. But it just means that any sweeping decisions YouTube make, you just sort of have to grin and bear. Which I don't think is ideal. You know, monopolies are never, ever a good thing. And so far, although I do, obviously, and you've heard me complain about YouTube, literally today, I don't think it's a terrible website particularly, but there are just some things it does that annoys me, and it does kind of suck that there's no viable alternative. You can't be like, fine, in that case I'll upload on MeTube. Although having said that, I guess that is the only real viable alternative, is hosting your own server for hosting videos online. But that's obviously not going to be anywhere near as efficient as YouTube. It's going to cost you money, and obviously it's not going to get you any traction or eyes on it. You would have to, you know, have a Twitter or whatever social media platform you choose following already, and then like link to a website where you host stuff like that. Like it's a messy alternative, you know. I guess the alternatives do exist, though, I suppose, if that's really what you want to do. I got in combat with something there, didn't I? Oh, just more of these, okay. Why did they say the black woman doesn't have the look of being a leader? What did they mean by that? Anyone reached a conclusion on that one? Am I not supposed to ask? I try not to make sweeping statements about anyone, really. If I can manage it. It does seem like there's quite a lot of sort of base level background racism in Japan and Japanese media. I think they're getting better for it, to be fair. But yeah, 20 years ago, there was that sort of the black person is the gimmick. You know what I mean? That was the sort of approach that Japanese media seemed to take to it. Less representation, more sort of cliche, I guess. Switching to this side to hopefully regen a tiny bit of mana for Diggersby. I don't know why I'm bothering so much though, like it's... the guy is just going to be mana fucked forever, I think. His newfound mana regen ability is helping, don't get me wrong, but it's not helping enough. I still need to make sure I carry a healthy supply of Mel's elixirs for him, I think. Useless. I think shield books are the single most useless book you can pick up, in all honesty. All they do is recover a single shield, and it's like... generally, if you're at the point where you're having to voluntarily take hits in order to win the fight, you're losing regardless. And, you know, I've got 5 shields. I've got 5 chances to do that already. Recovering 1 shield is not going to ever be necessary, I don't think. Like, literally ever. I am appreciating the amount of money this is bringing in. It'd be cool if we found some slightly more interesting things. Although, to be fair, we're here to just win today. I shouldn't even be fighting randos, to be honest. I should probably just be speeding to the end and not even bother checking the level out properly, but... part of me is still kind of desperate to get that bag upgrade. I feel like we've got to be pretty close to it by now. I've not checked in a while, to be honest. It's 12,500, I believe, and we were on like 8,000 last I remember checking in. Certainly not that far off. And I've definitely sold some stuff since and not paid attention to my money in the process, so... gotta be heading in the right direction. Surely. Surely we is. Oh, have you seen this about The Onion buying InfoWars? I don't know, if you're not particularly tuned in on politics and media and stuff, then this might be something that means absolutely nothing to you, but if nothing else, you'll know Alex Jones, the big red-faced man who was who's the star of that one meme about screaming about turning the frogs gay or something. How the water's turning all the frogs gay. He's like a right-wing conspiracy theorist in America. Quite a sort of influential figure somehow, because America's frankly just the most psychotic nation on the planet. But he got very, very sued, apparently, for essentially claiming the Sandy Hook shootings was a hoax, and then getting his fan base to, like, go after the parents of the dead children, and it was some truly psychotic, truly disgusting shit. So he deserves everything he gets, frankly. But yeah, he got sued by those families for, like, billions of dollars. So he's, like, completely bankrupt now, which is good. And so he was forced to sell off his company, InfoWars, the show he runs where he, you know, peddles his conspiracy theory nonsense. And The Onion, who, again, if you're not in the know, are like a satirical news outlet. They, you know, they print fake news, if you like, but it's like in the goal of comedy, you know, in the goal of satire. Although it has been known to catch a lot of people out and have people actually believe it a few times, which honestly is just even funnier. But I've been a long time fan of theirs, honestly. Again, it's mostly America focused, but I'm tuned in enough to what's going on over there that I generally get the joke. Anyway, they have bought InfoWars, and from what it sounds like, they're just going to sort of continue as normal. Because essentially, InfoWars is already a satire of itself, and that's just very funny. Like, even if they don't do shit with it, even if they just buy it, the headline itself is just a hell of a joke. They've gone done it, you know. Honestly, if all mainstream media dies and just The Onion just buys them all out, that would be fucking great as far as I'm concerned. I can't speak as well for America, although I know Fox News is completely unhinged, but the UK press is just fucking pointless at this point. It really is. There's a few like independent radio programs and stuff I quite like, but for the most part, like, it's just like a mouthpiece for the government, generally speaking, and it's not great. It's not great at all. As a sort of fervent, ardent lefty myself, I see a lot of people on sort of my side of debates defending the BBC a lot and everything, saying that it's good to have impartial news source funded by the government rather than, you know, by people with an agenda, which I guess makes sense, but that's sort of implying that the government doesn't have an agenda and the government doesn't have any say in what the BBC produces, which it very fucking clearly does. So, yeah, I'm not sold on it. I'm one of those people who's just never paid a TV license because I literally just do not watch TV, so the BBC doesn't really mean a great deal to me. I'm not really bought in, so to speak. I do think media of that scale is just sort of dying slowly. I'm not saying there isn't room for like big budget TV shows and everything, but they're like brought to us through Netflix these days, right? And other such streaming platforms. Like no one gives a shit about Sky TV and shit. Surely, you know, no one under the age of like 60 anyway. I mean, sort of my generation and particularly younger generations, but sort of my age and younger, you know, 30s, 20s, down to teens, we watch YouTube, we watch Twitch, you know? We get our information through social media. It might not be the healthiest way of doing things, but it's not like the mainstream was necessarily better. I honestly give sort of big television broadcasters another 10-15 years, and that'll be the end of them, I think. There just won't be the profit in it anymore. Who's going to pay to advertise on, you know, whatever soap opera or sitcom that no one's watching over advertising on the YouTube channel of some guy who's drawing literally millions of views per video, you know? The answer is nobody. That's my hot take anyway. We'll see if it comes true. I don't think it's a particularly hot take, to be honest. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that sentiment. I don't think there is a great deal of future. For fucking hell already? Got anything worth throwing away? Or just throw that shield book away, I guess. Why am I carrying 2 eggs around with me? I think I was probably supposed to have hatched them at the beginning of this video. Past Joe did not remind me. Past Joe is a charlatan. He is not a helpful contributor to this channel. Gonna have to have words with him. Hello. Anyone remember where I saw that house of healing? Anyone want to chime in and tell me where that is? I know it's on this level somewhere, but I want to go back to it once I'm done clearing it out. Just get a little bit of mana back, you know? That's the plan. See how that pays off for us. You know, I'm not convinced, but I suspect that Arbok after an attack buff plus Diggers B with a charge up attack is probably more damage than switching to the Fireside turn 2. Even if it does mean dropping an unnecessary barrier. I do think this game would be leagues better mechanically if you could opt to tell your Divine Beasts to attack instead of use their ability. If that was just a thing you could do. Just think about it. The amount of abilities I just won't touch with a barge pole, I just will not use. Because, like an attack buff or something, fine. Yeah, it's great to use an attack buff, but then I want to attack after I've used the attack buff. Instead, I have to wait for my dude to completely run out of mana before he can do that. Otherwise, he's just going to keep casting the attack buff indefinitely. I think it would really broaden the amount of useful abilities and the sort of tactics involved. Allow you to sort of preserve your mana for harder fights or later in the same fight or whatever. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things you can complain about this game for. God knows I have a lot in the past. But I think that's probably the singular sort of biggest thing for me. Especially since, the trainers can't do it, but wild monsters can. See, look, he cast Ramakia and then he attacked. So if the opponents are allowed to do that, why am I not allowed to do that? You know what I mean? The only way you can do that is by using one of those books that forces you to do that, but you're not going to have a supply of 25 of those with you at all time, you know, just... Especially considering they're a rare find. Like, if there was something you could just buy cheaply from vendors, then fine, I guess. That sort of makes up for the mechanic, but... Generally speaking... major flaw in the combat in this game. There is a lot I like about it, I'm not going to lie. I do really like the breeding system. I like a lot of the monster designs. I like the visuals in general. I think it's a very good looking game. I think its art style is such that it has held up well over the years. Much better than a lot of PS2 games have, I'll tell you that. Ooh, that's kind of suspicious. I think we can beat him.
Hello, how are you? Would you like to use Leaf Divine Beast also?
I know, he's just a chatty boy.
How can you just suddenly come and say that to me?
I don't think it was an insult.
By knowing. In battles, in the forest, everything is lost if you lose. To wit, beast hunters always want to defend and win, so they do not lose. To that end is Earth. To that end are leaves. Did you know the Power Store special attacks are negated if the beast amulet is turned?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, you did.
Once set to the Earth formation, fight with the Earth formation. This will bring you victory.
You did know that, Kaho. That's been a major issue with our team for most of this game.
Anyway, try not to lose battles. Thus, the Leafs are strongest.
I think what he's trying to say there is Leafs have very high defenses and are quite hard to remove, which is true. But he's not really getting his message across. I hate to break it to him. Okay, that is everywhere explored. Let's go find that healing and then be on to... This was only level 2, right? This was only the second stage. We've still got one more to go through before the boss stage. I don't know, I've been sort of distracted and chatting about shit today. Oh, that was lucky. I thought it was one of the ones around here, but I couldn't remember which one exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I've just gone past the turn off. Head's in the clouds a bit, I have to admit. This game isn't getting my full attention right now. Well, I'm trying to remember what the conversation was. And by the conversation, I mean my current monologue. It's not really a two-way street, is it? Don't get me wrong, I love comments though. You drop me a comment, I'm going to read it. I'm going to reply to it. Gotta be prepared for that. Oh, fucking hell. What are we doing right now? What's this all about? I don't know how well this sells, but let's just fucking use it. Why not? Might have to just throw away a bunch of mugwort, because I don't think I'm going to need them, to be honest. Cute gems sell well, though, so that was a good trade-up. thinking we just run through this one. It's a bit counterproductive to what I've said in the past about how it is generally beneficial to fully explore zones, fight all the monsters, get all the items and everything. But I do want to get to the boss before I completely body all my health and mana again. I think we're in a pretty good spot to be fighting the boss like now, so yeah, maybe we just I'll stop by any houses I pass on the way, don't get me wrong, but I think generally we're just gonna aim for the end. Not that way. Okay, we don't have room for that. Mel's elixir, probably more useful than a mugwort. Anyone want to heal? Not going to let me use it unless someone's actually hurt. Okay, cool. Cool. I think I did just spot the end. Let's just leave then. Not even going to fight him. Don't care. Got things to do, places to be. Right, boss time. Where do we think it's likely to be? I'm going to try and avoid fights getting to him as well, if I can. I did apparently explore this whole zone. Oh, that was lucky. What's this exorcist-ass music? The orb. Oh, it's a Beyblade. Fuck yeah, I love a Beyblade. Yep, that's it's a mushroom, alright. We outspeed it. It's a bit bulky though, and it has Baridia. Baridia. It's a me, Baridia. I have mere Baridis. It's very disappointing. We do have an upgraded barrier waiting in the wings for him at some point. Psycho attack. Okay, interesting. Let's just let the fireside at him, see what this does, while he's not got a barrier up. And he takes a bit more damage from magic than he does from physical, by the looks of it. Quite resistant to both, though. Ooh, save up, okay. Make him waste that turn by dropping a barrier then. Also, him only having save up, which is the same D rank skill that Diggersby has, is very funny. You think you would have a better version, wouldn't you? It's going to take a few turns to get this guy down though. He's got quite the health pool. I really hope he doesn't have a heal. The fact that he's shown Psycho Blast or whatever move it was, Psycho Attack, that's the one, on the water side is promising. Because I can't imagine an earth monster is going to have more than one water attack, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping he's just going in a pattern here, so he's going to use save up again this turn, and I can just keep earth, fire repeatedly and just win without having to think too much. It seems like it, doesn't it? Yeah, the boss fights are, in most cases, they can be very powerful. If they've got like big strong AoE attacks and stuff, they can be a real threat. But in most cases, because there's only the one of them, you can just sort of bully them with Barried and Barridis and those sort of abilities. And hard trainer fights are generally considerably more difficult, I would say. This really is just a case of following the plan. Basically all we need to do here. Just stick to the plan and the plan will pay off. Him having save up is so unfortunate for him, actually. It's so not a useful skill. I think I just kill him if I go Fireside again here, so I'll let Arbok get a little bit of mana back. I have to get MP recovery for Arbok as well, you know. Such a useful ability. I probably should have used Carnivine in that fight, like, at all. Just, like, once. Although, actually... Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, he got considerably less experience than everyone else. He is merge ready, though, so I guess leveling up isn't going to do much for him at this point. Make room for all this shite. Use... Did anyone even get hurt in that entire... They didn't. No one took any damage. That's really sad, actually. Just throw my healing items away because they're that irrelevant to me. Deep Rhizome, brilliant gem, okay. Not the best haul I've ever seen. What's the Rhizome for? Is that powering up anyone I actually use? Leaf strengths. We have a leaf now. There you go. No, I believe, and I might be completely wrong here, so that might have been a massive waste, but I believe the way those merging works is that the next generation monster carries over like a proportion of the stats. So essentially, the stronger your monster is when it merges, the stronger its offspring will be. So buffing its stats like that is, you know, still effective in the long run. It's not just something you use once and then it's sort of discarded from the blood pool, from the gene pool, from the bloodline, whatever you want to call it. The blood pool. It's definitely not the correct term, was it? I just can't, man. I can't be bothered sorting my inventory out for a shiny rock. I need to sneeze. Yeah. I didn't mean to sound like a femboy from an anime being moderately aroused after that sneeze, but it just kind of happened that way, unfortunately. Let's go, fucker.
Sir, do you know about evolved forms?
Really?
Of course. Evolved forms are the divine beasts, created when normal divine beasts evolved.
I'm mad.
Evolved divine beasts, huh? But how do you make them?
I want to fight.
Well, let me just say that the secret lies in the other beasts used in merging.
That's all? You just don't know.
How rude. Okay. This is a secret, remember. Let me say this. Once you find out how to make an evolved form, do it immediately. Making an evolved form quickly will make it even stronger.
Good to know. I must make an evolved form quickly to make it even stronger. I will master the art of evolved forms. I might as well grab this now then. Fucking shield book, of course it is. And that concludes Earth 3. Dare we? Dare we investigate Barren Earth, which is just an incorrect name for this zone, honestly. I mean, does this look particularly barren to you? I would say this is a fairly healthy looking forest, if I ever saw one. Don't know what that guy's problem is. Okay, now I don't really want to get into a fight from a level 4 area, but also, I'm just kind of itching for one.
Hello, how's it going? Find any Kalma?
What? Hey, you're a Kalma! No more discussion!
Nice. Oh, fuck, not nice.
Go! Don't pull any punches!
Come attack me from anywhere.
Okay, I do still have the numbers advantage here, which is nice. I wasn't expecting to. I thought he'd have the same amount of monsters as me at this point. I'm very concerned about this wall of snakes, though. Yep. There you have an E rank version of that ability. That hit Krabby hard. And nothing hits Krabby hard. And they're all getting attack boosts. We really need to take out the middle one so that he's kind of forced to rotate. That's sort of the goal hit. That's not the middle one, bud. Hate to break it to you, that's incorrect targeting. Fucking hell, man. Okay, the Fireside will definitely outspeed. This will hurt, but I'm going for it. Please kill the middle one. That's not even remotely the correct one. Neither is that. Pikachu, it's down to you, pal. You didn't kill it. Okay. This is gonna suck. Whew. If we hadn't got lucky there, this fight would have just been over, I think. Okay, we've got to kill it this time. They're all going to attack different targets again because they're fucking idiots, but... Oh, no. Okay. I'll take that, actually.
Now it's my turn.
My god. Okay, I'm going to gamble now on him not wanting to stay in with his weak side. Nope. He's quite happy to stay in with his weak side, apparently. I mean, he has got a lot of attack boosts on these fellas. Yeah, okay. Honestly, kind of understandable. Alright, guys, you need to focus up now. Okay, well, I guess that's fine too. Oh, he ran out of mana, that's why he switched. No. One of you has to finish off the snake. Good, Pikachu. One thing I can rely on Pikachu for, right? One thing I can definitely rely on Pikachu for is always targeting exactly what I want him to target. We've got like a deep personal link, me and Pikachu. I'm also absolutely fine with these guys being healers, honestly. Kind of prefer that to them being barrier makers. If they want to just sit here and blow through their mana on ridiculously high rank heals in like 4 turns, then honestly, fine. I'm probably just going to do this one fight and then bail back to town, so this is a non-issue for me, frankly. I mean, the guy's already lost. Even if they get enough mana back to use attacks on the snake again, like, it's not defending his life points. And also it's, you know, had all of its attack boost reset, so it's fairly harmless. For a couple of turns at least. By which point I'll have just won. Shame what had to happen to Carnivine there. He was a plant of great bravery. Oh no. Genuinely didn't think they'd be able to take the wall down. I'm shocked at their mighty, mighty claws. Okay, now that we're done attacking the stupid target, can we actually win the game now? That's great, Fireside. You're doing swell. You're going to attack the snake, aren't you? Oh no. Okay. You're going to attack the snake for sure, though. Yeah, yeah. Diggersby, not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Punches. I shall fight to the end.
Okay, fight to the end then. If you so desire. Oh, come on now. I thought you were fighting to the end, not cowering behind your crab. Lobster crab. We did it.
I have lost. I doff my helmet.
Can I have a token? Please. Please may I have a
I
token?
have blundered. Take this. It'll pay for bandages.
Yay. Oh, two. Sweet. Ragara.
If you have collected that many, then I'll give you this. Take it.
Do I have inventory
You are
space?
carrying too many items. Too bad.
But aren't you the one who needs bandages?
Shut up. Farewell.
You will still give me this if I speak to you again, right?
You are carrying too many.
Good. Good.
You
I was concerned for a second there. Just for a moment, I was very concerned that I was just not going to get it. Discard the shield books, plural. Thank you.
You scum.
You scum! You scum! I thought maybe I could just... Oh, there's a spooky tree outside. Never mind. The reason I threw the shield book away is because I thought I could maybe just cross the road and go into another building, grab a random item or something, but let's not push our luck. Thing is, I remember from last time that I had an egg I didn't want, and I was happy to sell. I do not remember which of my eggs that was anymore.
Find something good.
And I don't want to risk accidentally selling the rare one I just got. Ooh. Okay, Bug Itch I think was the one I don't have. Let's just get rich real quick. Yeah, and Dikarak is going to be the new one, because it says it's a Gara. So Lie Bug Itch is the one we do have. So we'll sell that. I have faith in that decision. I don't think I did anything stupid. We can probably sell a couple of these. Don't need quite that many. Okay, cool. Oh, look how much cash we got as well. Didn't realise. And that's it. That's fully upgraded bag. I no longer need money for anything.
Good in the forest, and I'll give you a good price for it.
I guess it's nice to have access to cash to buy like mugwort and Mel's elixir and stuff from shops if we're out and about, but
For
generally
anything about divine beasts,
we're kind of
leave it
done
to
for
me.
money. It's unnecessary now. Okay, what cocoon did we get? This guy, don't really care. That guy, fewer MP needed for magic. Okay. Here. Also has fewer MP needed for magic. Very nice. We're gonna hatch these bad boys. This is the mosquito ass fucking thing. Is there a mosquito ass fucking thing in Pokemon? I don't feel like there is. We're just gonna call this Yanma for no reason. That was good. That was good typing. Stupid non-rip-off monster. I'm intrigued as to what this is, though. This has got my attention. Might be the blue crab, I guess? I guess we won't know from the baby form. He's cool, though. Look at his slightly off colour. And he's a healer. He comes pre-jacked with healing. That's nice. We're gonna call him Crawdaunt. I'd kind of like to use him because he's rare, and we need another. Hang on, I need to sneeze again. No whimper this time, sorry. Yeah, we need another water type monster to round off our water team. He could be a cool option for that. It would be a bit of a shame to just use two of the same crab. One's just blue, though. There's lots of cool monster designs in this game. It would be kind of more interesting to use a different one. So I think on that basis alone, we're just gonna leave him in the bank forever. He's cool, though.
For coming, may the children of the wood be blessed by Elrim.
Thank you. That's all I ever wanted. Yeah, we're going to call it here, though. We've gone quite long enough today. More of this soon, for sure. And I will see you soon. Bye.